All right, so we already got the moon and Virgo, so that's getting cracking right now, and that's getting popping right now. So basically, when the moon is in Virgo, we are gonna basically be reacting and responding towards worrying, worrying, mutable Earth, and be worrying about details, worrying about practicality, worrying about our routines, our health, worrying about being more structured, more organized, more consistent, more purified in this perspective. So with the moon waxing in Virgo at the moment, that's what we're gonna basically be worrying about. Worrying about how we could be more, reliable, more, perseverant, more, detailed, more, devil in the details. So we're gonna be pretty much utilizing our magnifying glass to see what works and what don't work. Get more, situated, more clean, more cleansed, and more practical. So with that basically being said, if you got a sun in Virgo, this is pretty much like a new experience for you. This if you got a moon in Virgo, this is like a conjunction. So there's gonna be a new way of reacting and responding, going about things. You got Mercury, there's a new mind, Venus there, new love, new values. Mars there's new passion, motivations. You got Jupiter there's new experiences. You got Saturn there, shit, new reality based experiences. Also, if you got Uranus there, you're gonna be going through some unexpected change. You got Neptune there, you're gonna be going through some new dreams and delusions. You're worrying about your dreams and delusions. You got Pluto there, you're gonna go to transformations. You got Chiron there, you're gonna be dealing with some form of trauma or things that bring worry, new trauma and new worries, or trauma that can pretty much be transformed for the good or for the worse. I mean, if this is your ascendant sign, it's pretty much your personality. It's like your spy day. I mean, so this is gonna be pretty much a new way of doing things. So pretty much with the moon and Virgo, everybody gonna feel the need to pretty much throw out the old and bring in the new and pretty much, get more structured, more organized, and adapted to practical matters and practical ways where we can pretty much, be on our 1-2. Now the sun is in Aries, so the sun want us to be basically direct, bold, and of course be direct towards our passions, desires, and of course our goals. When you got the Virgo and when you got Aries, this is pretty much a quincunx in conjunction. So what the in conjunction means that you ever put yourself into situations of you want to be right, you want to go ahead and do it, but of course the moon in Virgo is going to kind of like bring some form of patience, some form of You ever watched the movie Troy and you seen when Achilles and everybody came in there storming through the city? Feel me? See, the Aries is gonna storm to the city. Virgos is gonna send a few people on top to climb. Now, actually, what Virgo is gonna do, Virgo is gonna send them into that horse, and when Virgo send them into that horse, the horse gonna stay over there overnight. Then the people that was in the horse, they're gonna come out of there. They're gonna look around. They're gonna look at the details. They're gonna make sure that they kill off whoever they pretty much is in their way. And then Virgo is gonna open the door for Aries to go ahead and of course charge. That's pretty much the energy that we're gonna be basically working with. You know what I mean? That's why Aries need Virgo, and that's why Virgo need Aries. For me, that's how it's played out. So all signs are compatible. But with this energy, we're dealing with a misunderstanding with when it comes to our wants and needs. For me, we feel the need to pretty much be organized, be down to earth and practical, and be more fluent. But the Aries wants to be basically bold. But it's very highly important to pretty much follow the moon and Virgo today. Then go ahead and pursue your action when it comes to the sun and Aries. So basically, that's gonna be playing out with these perspectives. We also gonna basically be having this full moon coming up on our underneath our sleeves. So we're gonna start, getting ourselves situated, getting ourselves prepped up. So the seeds, when the moon is in Aries, the seeds, the intentions, and the motives that you was pretty much pushing off, you about to start accumulating that on the full moon, and when the moon is waning. I mean, when the moon is waxing, that's the time to really, put in all that energy, work, get consistent, get things flowing. And when the moon is in Libra, for me, that's the time to compromise, bring balance, peace, harmony, and just sit back and chill for a few days. I mean, you don't want to pretty much put yourself into extreme energies because both polarities can kind of like get you unbalanced. And when you unbalance, then you pretty much gonna experience a full moon, but you're gonna experience a catastrophic full moon. But with this moon in Virgo is gonna prep you and get you organized and get you flowing and going. So this way, when the moon does get into Libra, you'll be alright. You ain't gotta basically worry about doing all this extra stuff. That's why moon and Virgo need you to go ahead and of course react and respond towards your routine, get yourself situated, practicalized, organized. So you can pretty much be on your 1-2. This way, when the moon get in Libra, you're balanced. You already did everything when the moon was in Virgo. You planted the right seeds, and you had the right growth growing. So yeah, we got to break down these energies real fast. So we got the Sun conjuncting Chiron. So of course, we're gonna be pretty much you're gonna have the power to take action towards anything that's bringing form of traumas, bringing some form of hurt, bringing some form of pain. So Sun conjunct Chiron wants you to take actions on your trauma. Take action towards your trauma. Be bold. Get it out the way. Don't let it build up or accumulate. And also, we got the moon sextile and Mars. So, we're going to be having opportunities to react towards our desires, passions, and motivations. So, what does that basically mean? That means you're gonna have opportunity to react and respond towards organizing, being down to earth and practical when it comes to your goals and your passions and your private perspectives when it comes to moon being in Virgo and Mars being in Cancer. So you're gonna have opportunity to react and respond towards worrying about your passions and desires with good intentions. We also got the moon opposing Saturn. So of course we're gonna be feeling disconnected. Our moods and how we feel about society and reality is gonna be feeling disconnected. See, Saturn is in Pisces. Saturn wants you to get constructed towards your dreams, imagination, fantasies, and delusions. But the moon is one that wants to need us and want us to need us to react and respond towards being down to earth and practical and not worrying about our dreams during this time. So this is basically bringing the polarity of this connection. These two energies can kind of like work together. But the moon and Saturn, those planets is debilitated. Feel me? So we can be reacting, responding towards being workaholics versus neglecting our dreams. So you don't want to neglect your dreams. So you gotta learn how to utilize and balance both. Also, we got Mercury square Pluto. This is learning how to transform your mind and take power and control over your mind. Feel me? And not allowing other people, places, and things to take power and control over your mind. You gotta learn how to transform your mind and get deep into that aspect. And we got Mars trine Saturn. So we're gonna have the gift to directly care and nurture our dreams and our reality. Care and nurture your reality based upon your dreams. We also got Venus conjunct Uranus. So we're gonna have the power. We're gonna have this new power to value the right pleasures and desires in our own unique and original perspective. So if you're in a relationship right now and you're valuing someone or something and they're not open to change or willing to change, then of course you're gonna be the one that's either changing or getting up out of that relationship. Or it's gonna be a situation where change is gonna come drastically. It's gonna just you're gonna go to some unexpected change. You may basically gonna be going to breakups or becoming single right now. Also, Jupiter conjunct Chiron. So Jupiter conjunct Chiron is expanding our form. Is gonna Jupiter conjunct Chiron is new experiences and expansions and experiences dealing with our trauma and things that we are expanding on and growing. So pretty much we can pretty much be growing out of trauma and hurt, or we can be going through it, depending on how that's being played out, and depending on what you're doing to make sure that's not being welcome upon your life again. We also got the Sun Square Mars. This is learning how to be direct towards your goals and your initiatives. So we got being that Sun Square Mars. See, Mars is in Cancer, so it's more geared towards home and family. Sun and Aries want us to be independently and bold towards our desires and passions. So you gotta learn how to put your actions and your desires and your passions. Learn how to act out your passions and desires geared towards you and home and family. We also got Sun conjunct Jupiter. So we're gonna have the power to expand our actions and what we are pushing off. We also got Moon trine Mercury. So we're gonna have this gift to feel comfortable with thinking and communicating and sharing ideas. And we're gonna have this gift. Also, the reason why we got Moon trine Mercury is because Mercury is making its way into Taurus and it's on the cusp. So being that we got the Moon in Virgo and we got it trine the Mercury, we're gonna have this gift to react and respond towards our ideas. So that means our man and woman, our mother and father, is having great conversations, and they are coming together. They are getting back together. We also got Moon trine Uranus. You're gonna have this gift to react and respond towards change in your own way of being unique and original. So you're gonna have the gift to feel comfortable with change during this time. I mean, don't even fight over why that happened. Don't even react to why that happened so bad. Just know that it's a good reason for everything, and you'll be all right. And that's gonna pretty much be the aspects of how it's gonna play out during the time. And we also gonna get into a tarot card reading towards the moon in Virgo, the sun in Aries, and also the Saturn and Neptune energies, how it's gonna oppose your moon sign or wherever you have Virgo at in your chart. And we're gonna basically get into the tarot card reading of the full moon, but we also gonna get into the houses real fast and get that out the way. Now, if you have Virgo in the houses, in these houses, see, you got Virgo in your first house, you're gonna be reacting and responding towards personal work, personal health, personal routines, and personal people, places, and things that you bring service to out in the world. Also, you got the Sun and Aries in your eighth house, so that means you need to be worrying about your personality and taking actions in that in a very private manner, aka don't allow anything or anyone in your force stay down to come up during the season. So you need to be worrying. You can be worrying about yourself and your desires, geared towards taking actions and passion, being passionate and very impulsive towards your desires and things that you do behind the scenes. Yeah, you're gonna be dealing with a 150 misunderstandings and conjunctions, and you're also gonna be basically dealing with Saturn and Pisces. Individuals that you have relationships with or how you relate is gonna be very opposing when it comes to your dreams, imagination, and spirituality geared towards relationships and how you relate towards others. Also, if you have Virgo in your second house, see Virgo in the second house, you're gonna be placed into a circumstance situation of being a Leo ascendant. So by default, you're gonna have a gift. You're gonna have a gift that you're gonna basically be utilizing. So you're gonna have the gift to value your you're going to have the gift to value and worry about your money, resources, and material, and how you conduct yourself, and how you can be a service to individuals when it comes to money, resources, and material, or others going to be providing those services towards you when it comes to that aspect and that nature. And you have Aries in your ninth house. So that means you need to pretty much be looking at the bigger picture when it comes to being impulsive and direct towards your passions and your desires and your goals. So in the totality, you're going to have a 150 when it comes to the second house and the ninth house. So that basically means you need to be worrying about valuing your money and valuing what your self-worth and valuing your spiritualities and meanings and reasons. So bring those two together. I mean, that's what you need to be worried about. Now you're going to have Saturn and Pisces in your eighth house, which is desires, either people, places, and things that you share resources with, assets with, or people, places, and things that you had intercourse with behind the scenes, or pretty much past trauma or past karma that's going to pop back up when it comes to the eighth house of an individual that you had interactions with, or the person that you was previously would pop back up and bring power and control issues dealing with your behind the scene realms and secrets, resources. You have Virgo in your third house. This house right here it brings conflict. You feel me? So you may have situations, issues of having trouble when you was communicating and talking at a younger age. Because third house is all over the place. Virgo want to be organized and down to earth and practical and perpetual, not scattered and crazy all over the place. Third house constellation dealing with Gemini. Now in this house right here, you're going to be placed in a situation of learning how to worry, about being down to earth and practical when it comes to your environment, your surroundings, and your siblings, your neighbors, and people, places, and things that you share conversations with daily. And you have Aries in the 10th house. So that means you need to pretty much direct your passions and desires towards gaining a status, a career, or a goal or a business where you feel comfortable in pursuing. You need to be learning how to be more organized and more practical when it comes to thinking and communicating and sharing ideas for Kansas. There's a learning aspect for you, but you also got to have opportunities from Virgo. And also, so that basically means you need to worry about your environment and utilize your environment towards from getting you to a career, a goal, or a status. That means that perspective. So Saturn, you're gonna have Saturn in your ninth house. So that means Saturn in the ninth house is gonna be seriousness, dealing with there's gonna be oppositions of seriousness, dealing with dreams, fantasies, and delusions about experiences. Also, if you have Virgo in your fourth house, it does good here. You are Gemini ascendant, but also you may have situations of having family being too hard on you, or being too serious or too detail oriented. Now, in this house right here, you're gonna have opportunities to worry about cleaning up your home, being a service towards your home, family, privacy, and getting more organized and practical in your home or the environment of your home. And also, you're going to have Aries in your 11th house. That means you need to be worrying about home, family, privacy, and your publishing, aka your associations and how you conduct yourself out there. So, worrying about being more organized when it comes to home, your foundation, and how you associate yourself in the world. You're gonna have squares also from Virgo and also 150 when it comes to your sun and your moon. Now you're gonna be basically getting opposed by your status, career goals, and reputation of Saturn in the 10th house. So be aware of that. You have Virgo in your 5th house. You're a Taurus ascendant, so you pretty much need to be worrying and reacting and responding towards seriousness about your romance, fun, entertainment, and of course enjoyment. Be more detail oriented with that. Be more practical towards your fun, your entertainment, and your enjoyment. And of course, you got Aries in your 11th house. So you need to be worrying about that and your associations. You need to be. I'm lying. You got Aries in your 12th house. So you need to be worrying about your fun, your romance, and your dreams, imagination. They're bringing those two together. And also, you are gonna be basically dealing with Saturn opposing you when it comes to your 11th house. So people, places, and things, and friends and groups, that's going to pretty much bring you out your comfort zone. Also, if you have Virgo in your 6th house, he is home here, is comfortable here. So you're going to have the power to react and respond towards worrying about what you do on a day-to-day basis on your schedule system, your work system, your health, your routines. You pretty much need to worry about getting that more organized, more situated, and more structured. And you got Aries in your 1st house. So that means you need to be personally worrying about your work, health, and routines and your personal life, getting that organized, getting that situated. And you're gonna have some opposing energies from Saturn and Pisces in your 12th house, which is dreams and delusions and secrecy going on in your dreams. So be aware of that. Watch out. Make sure you getting a good night's sleep and not going to sleep in a very deprived state. Also, if you have Virgo in your 7th house, see Virgo in this house, see the 7th house falls in Virgo, so it's gonna be a whole lot of pent up energies, a whole lot of ups and downs, and of course you're a Pisces ascendant. So by default, you're gonna be the opposer. So in this house right here, you need to be reacting, responding towards worrying about your relationships. Are they balanced? Are they a relationship that you can pretty much hang on to, work with, and get things organized and situated in perspective? Or are you someone that's pretty much making this relationship a work, a job, a 9 to 5? And of course, it's a situation where you're not getting the full end of the stick. You're just getting the half end of the stick. Now, you that's your focus is really worrying about relationships. Now you got Aries in your 2nd house. You need to be worrying about relationships